really know what I'm getting myself into every morning. I really think this is the craziest thing I've ever done. Y'all, this cave right here is something else.
When we first set off for Central America, we had no idea what an adventure we were in for. During our first 3 weeks, we explored Belize's barrier reef, splunked through the ATM cave, and climbed several Mayan pyramids. But no destination has challenged our adventure muscles more than LANQUIN, Guatemala, a tiny town that gave us a lot more than we bargained for. So in this video, we'll share our wild adventure to Semuc Champey, our journey through the caves of LANQUIN, and a peek into where we stayed and how we liked it, all in this episode of Lucas World Travel. To get there, we booked a shuttle bus with Krasborn Travel Agency to travel from Flores to LANQUIN. The 7-hour journey was filled with beautiful green hills, and we were quickly introduced to the way of getting around LANQUIN. Pickup truck.
This is our transfer to our accommodation, El Retiro, the back of the pickup. I really feel like I'm in Guatemala right now. So we made it to LANQUIN. It was like, how long was that? So it took us a full 8 hours to get here. So we're a bit pooped. We're staying at the Retiro Lodge, and I didn't tell David about this, but this is the first time that David's staying in a hostel. What do you think of your first time staying in a hostel?
I don't know. It looks like we got our own bathroom, we got our own room, right? Okay. This is weird for me, guys. I like having my own space. I'm just picky that way. I'm getting ready right now to go down to the river because I want to see it. It's right down the way here.
So the Retiro Lodge does have its own private rooms, so this is why this qualifies as a place we could stay at.
But they do have affordable dormitories as well.
Pretty much they can cover all of your meals here. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner can have it right here on the property because LANQUIN is a kind of small town, so looks like a queen-size bed, and they have it very colorfully painted. The nature, which is nice. And the bathroom, not bad. We got a little fancy design sink here. And we have our own toilet and shower.
And for $48 a night, it was an affordable place to stay in LANQUIN. We also booked our Semuc Champey tour through the hostel.
So we take a tour in Guatemala. Chances are it might be in the back of a pickup truck.
Maybe I can find an answer.
So now we're gonna go caving for about 40 minutes. This includes walking through the cave, swimming through the cave, climbing through the cave. We get candles as well, because evidently it's dark at Lake Cave. So how romantic we get to visit a cave by candlelight. First things first, we're climbing some stairs to the cave.
Now, we naively thought that this was going to be a leisurely and perhaps romantic cave walk. We had no idea that ish was about to get real.
Esta es la cueva Kanba.
La Cueva Kanba. I've never seen a cave by candlelight before. Another first for me. Okay, YouTube, I don't think you're gonna be able to see much because it's very dark in here. I feel like Indiana Jones for real though. the candle wax is starting to burn me and everything. Oh, we gotta climb up a waterfall now. Crazy!
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
And it's slippery. I almost just slipped.
I wasn't expecting this. This is pretty cool.
Now there's a bit of a traffic jam.
But at the very least, we got to admire some stalactites while we waited. So now our tour guide is taking us to a spot where you can cliff dive into the water, as if we needed any more excitement.
I cannot believe David's about to try this jump. I can't see you on camera, FYI. You do this just for yourself. Go for it. You did it! How do you feel?
Relieved. That was the craziest thing we've ever done. It was cool, but man, that was something. That was more challenging than last time, wasn't it?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Y'all, this cave right here is something else. So this is the thing. We're going in the correct order on our journey, because if we hadn't have done the ATM cave in Belize, we definitely wouldn't have been able to do this cave today. We would have been way too scared. They really do mean at your own risk.
So you might be wondering, how does it work swimming with a candle in your hand?
Well, it doesn't work. The candle went out so many times. It was crazy.
So would I say that's a safe activity to do?
No, definitely not safe at all. So if safety is your primary concern, don't do that cave. However, if your primary concern is adventure and having an exciting time, then do the cave. We survived it, and we're totally not very good swimmers, climbers, or adventurers. If you can't tell though, now we're about to go river tubing. Evidently, the real experience is to get a beer while going down the river, but technically we gave out alcohol and we need all of our senses about us as we're going down the river. Why are we doing this? I don't know. It is fun though. We're definitely having the time of our lives. I guess that's why we're doing this. So now our guide is taking us to a waterfall and a little photo spot. Oh, it's nice. So this is the waterfall and the river that's going to power us as we sail down the river. Let's go tubing. It's slippery.
I can feel the current.
That's the screams of cold water. So I think we're gonna go together in one big line.
Okay.
Let's go. It's kind of like we're on a roller coaster, but it's a real river, and we just have a little tire as our life raft. I never really know what I'm getting myself into every morning. I wasn't expecting this, but I'm happy to be here. This is amazing. I think we're actually going backwards, but that's okay because that's a nice view right there. So the thing about tubing, this water is really cold, but the sun's so hot, it just feels really refreshing on you.
Hello. Good here? Pay after.
Oh,
Yeah, pay later. Pay after.
oh no gracias.
Yeah, you want a beer?
No gracias.
You? Want a beer?
Now talk about service.
Ça?
They come out right to the river to serve you.
Oh. Hold on. Allez, je regarde.
It really is peaceful to experience the river this way. I'm enjoying this part of it.
And the ride is over with. Up and out is a challenge.
Semuc Champey.
Semuc Champey. Correct pronunciation, Semuc Champey.
So now we're gonna take a 30-minute hike to the viewpoint at Semuc Champey.
So you can go to the wells over there or the Sumadero. That's where we're heading.
So we reached the viewpoint. And can you see how sweaty I am? So sweaty. That was tougher than I thought.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. Smiling hurts.
And it was only a 30-minute hike. Everybody's telling us to hike the volcano in Antigua, which is 5 hours. And I'm like, that was only 30 minutes.
30 minutes, same thing, 30 minutes.
Oh, will we be able to do it? Like, subscribe to see if we do the volcano. I still don't know what magic makes these pools turquoise, but from this viewpoint, it was awesome to marvel at how these unique blue pools change into a waterfall and then back into an ordinary brown river. From here, you can see it all, really feel the majesty of this valley, and realize why Semuc Champey is so special.
So now we're going through the woods here. Bonus viewpoint, I guess.
So Semuc Champey has Mayan origin, and it means where the river hides underneath the ground.
So this is where the water goes underneath the land. And if you can see behind me, the water is not there anymore. This place is just so powerful. It's so impressive to see. So now, after all that hiking, we get to relax in these chilly waters. And I think the fish are eating me. It tickles so much. It's deep.
It's up to my shoulder, and I think it goes deeper right now.
Oh, okay.
It's a beauty overload. It really is. The waterfalls, the pools, the jungle. Actually, just walking through the jungle. And our guide took us like a back way. It wasn't paved. It was just muddy trail. It was gorgeous.
The next day, we caught a taxi to LANQUIN's caves, Las Grutas de LANQUIN. It's 30 quetzales per person to enter. And we decided to try this one without a guide. So let's see whether or not we still get our money's worth without a guide.
So he says it takes about an hour to walk in and out of the cave. So we'll see how deep it is. And here we have the entrance. Super pretty.
Oh, so it's a bit damp. It's dripping quite a lot. So it is slippery in here. But I will say the cave formations are quite spectacular, even just a few meters inside the cave. The end is the biggest column we've ever seen in a cave. It's huge. Yeah, I would say having a guide would make for a nicer experience because you can get a little bit of history, the names of these chambers, and things like that. I do like having the backstory about it. But if all you want to do is to see the cave formations, then yes, it is totally manageable all by yourself. But it is super slippery, like an ice skating rink slippery. Now let's see if we can safely climb out of here.
And fortunately, they have a hand washing stand right here. Look at how dirty my hands are. Woo. Look at how dirty David's hands got. That is filthy. And your shoes will get muddy too, FYI.
They also have a very peaceful riverfront where you can take a swim if you dare. So I'd say we love Semuc Champey. This place was the most adventurous place we've ever been, and it was truly an unforgettable experience. I'd say 3 days is plenty for you to do all the activities, relax.
As for our first time staying in a hostel, we didn't really like it that much. We didn't really like how noisy it was at night. Even with earplugs, it affects your sleep. And this particular place we stayed in, they partied till the break of dawn. Another con for us was that they didn't have Wi-Fi in the rooms. So that means you couldn't work from your room. You'd have to go to the common areas to use the Wi-Fi. I know there's a purpose for this, but it was still out of our comfort zone not to be able to do the work that we intend to do and get done in the week. Also for Kendra and I, when we're in our downtime, we like to watch Netflix in our room. And we couldn't watch TV in our room, and we couldn't go to the common areas and watch Netflix because it was too loud and always with a lot of music. And for us, we found that having a private room wasn't really any cheaper than having an Airbnb. So we feel like there's no need for us to ever try to do that again. Now, having said that, I would say for the single party goers, this might be something good for you. Something where you can actually meet a bunch of people who are doing the same things that you're doing.
If you're like us and like to sleep 7 to 8 hours, I would say you probably want to avoid hostels like the Retiro Inn. But like David was saying, if you are a party goer and you rather stay in a nightclub than to get some rest, then the Retiro would be perfect for you.
So we found that this stay was really out of our comfort zone. And when you have to go outside of your comfort zone to do something different, I think you should do it at least once. You don't have to do it all the time, but you should check it out for yourself and see if it's something that you might like. So although it didn't work for us, it may be your jam. So I would say go ahead and just check it out once. Also too, I don't want to just say that our stay at this one hostel would be the same at every hostel, because that's untrue as well. We're just talking about our experience at this one particular hostel, and it gave us enough wiggle room to know that this probably isn't our cup of tea.
Up next though, we'll be posting even more about our travels through Guatemala and some of our travels through Eastern Europe as well. So please make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you're notified when we post our next video full of more travel tips for you. All right, world travelers, well that's our journey, and good luck in planning your own. Bye! If you want even more travel tips on how to navigate Central America, then make sure to watch the playlist on the right there. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks for sharing with your travel buddies. Happy travels until next time.